Welcome to the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through the arts. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayana. When can you listen to the Sister Speak Show? At 7 p.m. Central. Tune in on the go or at your resident show. Spreaker, YouTube, Alexa, or SoundCloud. Interviewing special guests that have been blessed and will bless us. Spoken word and awareness. Knowledge is wealth if you gain it. Share this in the streets, in the burbs, anywhere that we can be heard. It's about that time to elevate your mind. Feel the beat, Sister Speak. Come and eat a spiritual treat. It's about that time to stimulate your mind. Feel the beat, Sister Speak. Come and eat a spiritual treat.
My brothers and my sisters, welcome to the Sister Speak Show. I am so sorry about that. Oh my goodness, you talk about a technical difficulty. Anyway, check this out, my brothers and sisters. You are listening live to the Sister Speak Show. You are listening to the tour. I am your host, creator, and producer, Ayana. I'm so excited to speak to all of you all. We have a wonderful show this evening for you. Guess what, my brothers and sisters? Guess what? Oh, it's going all the way up. Oh, yes, it is, because anything going down is crashing. My special guest will be, SDYP, the movement recording artist, Goddess Pave. Oh my goodness, stand up, another collaboration. It's gonna be epic like it always is. Shout out to everybody with SDYP, the movement. Every time we have an interview with them, it's always epic, it's always dope. So to all of my first time listeners, this is what I want to share with you. We are a 6-segment podcast, and on this podcast, you can catch special guest interviews, live performances, on-location reports, as well as in-studio interviews. The special guests who will be on the Sister Speak Show are dynamic, and they are impacting the communities with their passions. The Sister Speak Show is a talk show that will keep your mind and your soul informed, energized, and encouraged. Oh my goodness, we are a cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment, just responsible listening, nourishment. We don't go dumb. We go wisdom on the Sister Speak Show, my brothers and sisters, and it's about making the known known. So as I mentioned, Houston, stand up. All over the world, stand up. It's a wonderful day. Isn't it a beautiful day to be alive? So like I said, my special guest this evening will be recording artist Goddess Pave. I'm so excited to talk with this queen this evening, to vibe out, to get to know who she is, her passions, and everything else. And listen, you can also chat live with us if you have any questions for her, if you have any questions for me. And you know what, my brothers and sisters? This is why I'm so excited about the Sister Speak Show, because we have something really, really big coming up for all of you independent artists. So all of you independent artists, I want you to continue to listen to the Sister Speak Show. I want you to continue to listen to, the tour, as well as the other segments that you'll learn about after these commercial breaks, and just be able to submit some good music. But we'll get into that in a minute. I just want you to buckle your seatbelts, because on the Sister Speak Show, we don't hold back. We really, really make sure that you understand how serious it is. So we keep it 100 on here. We don't do whack. We do all the way right. We like to hear good music, good vibes, good bars, hot lyrics. We want to hear dope artists. The ones who are considered to be the underdog. I really love to vibe out with the independent artists, because the grind is so serious. Not to put any shade on anybody who's on a major label. I'm just saying, though, we have to have a platform for the people who don't have a platform, right? Or a platform that, is conducive to what they're looking for. So this show is an international show. Why? Because we're syndicated on Amazon Alexa. We have people listening from all over the world. Ireland, the UK, we have Philippines, Mexico, we have Australia, Jamaica. You'd be surprised who drops in and listens to the Sister Speak Show. So listen, to have your music on an international airwave is pretty dope, So we'll get into that. So as I mentioned, if you're just now tuning in, you are listening live to the tour. I am your host, Ayana Keenum Child Recordings. So excited to talk to you guys. Is executive producer of the Sister Speak Show. That funky beat that you hear is produced by Derek Ben Israel. Shout out to my husband for all of your support. Thank you so much, and I love you. So listen, my brothers and sisters, let's just go ahead and get right to it. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Listening to the Sister Speak Show is even easier now with the new abilities available from Spreaker Skill on Amazon Alexa. With Spreaker on Alexa, you can now listen to the Sister Speak Show from even more places from all around the world. You also have navigation control, fast forward and rewind podcasts to make sure you never miss a second of your favorite show. And then you can ask for show recommendations like the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Brothers and sisters, we want you to listen live and on demand to the Sister Speak Show. There are 6 segments dedicated to serving you, my brothers and sisters. We have the platform, coming to the stage, the culture climate, the laugh line, the tour, and the search effort. Oh, the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve.
And we are back live on the tour. You are listening to the Sister Speak Show. I had to switch it up for you all. When it comes to being a female MC, when it comes to being a female in the entertainment industry of music, that is, it's not that easy. There's a whole lot that goes into creating your image. Making sure your bars are respected. Making sure that people understand that as a lyricist, you are to be respected. There's a lot that goes into it, because there is the competition of male and female. There is the need and the obvious appearance to have to prove yourself as a female MC. Brothers and sisters, I have a special guest calling in. That's right. Calling in live to the Sister Speak Show on the tour of my brothers and sisters, my special guest, SDYP recording artist, goddess, Pave. Let's go ahead and give this sister a round of applause. How you doing, my sister? I am doing well. So how's your day going so far?
So far, it's a busy day.
I know it. I know it. So you calling from Houston this evening, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Brothers and sisters, I told you we had a special guest. You know, I was able to listen to your SoundCloud. I listened to your single. I listened to, I think it was Goddess Pave. And I was like, oh, yes, we got to talk. You have bars. Your bars are on fire. And I'm so glad and so honored that I have an opportunity to vibe with you this evening on the tour.
Oh, yes. Well, no problem. I appreciate the opportunity, you know?
For sure. So let's get into it. When did you know that you were a dope MC?
Oh, my gosh. You know, into becoming a dope MC, you most definitely have to do your research within yourself. And I started pretty young because, you know, I had family members that pretty much did music. And, you know, I was always around it. So I guess I was freestyling about 4. I started writing at 12, and then one day after another, just working on that craft. About 16, I was like, yeah, this you. I'm saying, and coming out with Goddess Pave was just a signature of, yeah, I found me, you know, so
yes.
I was probably about, 19, 18, you know, so, you know, just exposing it itself to everyone now is just, I'm at the point to where I just hope people understand and feel that vibe as an artist, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, maybe people can relate to how I feel and it'll help them in their lives, and, you know.
That's what it's about. I mean, completely, because you have to have a focus when you're doing this, you know, because the focus is what separates the trill from the fake. It really, you know, it separates who's really about that. Because I always say you got to have a rap license to get behind the mic. You need to be authorized to get behind the mic. You cannot be, look. Because you can't be behind there just, you know, just opening your mouth, because there's so much power that we have with our tongues. And so it's just like, oh gosh, it's so serious. And that life and death is real. And a lot of times, you know, for a lot of people, music is a way out and it's a way in. And you know, for anybody to have that platform, to be able to, you know, get into the studio, get into the booth, to be able to, you know, lay down some tracks, you know, that's an opportunity to really, you know, give some game, you know, tell your story, you know, lay some people up, you know, have some people just become aware of what it is. So, you know, when you said that you started at, you know, at 16, you knew like, okay, this is what it is. Did you also find that
it was a lot going on at that time? You know, it was a lot going on, and I feel like you got to go through some shit in order to be able to relate to some things. And, you know, I'm a Gemini, so, you know, I'm able to pretty much relate to a lot of things. And at that time, me going through what I was going through with, you know, from family to personal to just everything, you know, and people deal with that on a day-to-day basis, you know?
Yes. Yes. And, you know, and the thing about it is your day-to-day basis is designed for somebody else along your journey, for your audience. You know what I mean? Because your audience, they never, you know, I think the privilege of being an artist is the fact that, you know, you're really almost like a counselor. You know, you're really able to help so many people just by what you say, you know, what you do. And so for your audience to listen to your lyrics and your bars, you know, it's like, wow, you know, did you ever consider yourself to be a counselor with your words?
I don't want to say, well, I thought I could be therapy more than, you know, I guess, you know, yeah, I guess so then, yeah. You know, but I am human too, you know, I like to have fun. I like, you know, to experience new things and, you know, go on adventures and actually try and actually bump my head and, you know, learn from that. That way I can be able to, like, hey, I've done this. You know, it's okay. You know,
yes.
Live, you know, you only got one time.
Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. And then you have eternal life. So you got to be careful because we have eternity to experience life. And I think that's what a lot of people need to also understand is that, life is not just, once you close your eyes, that's it. There's a whole nother realm that comes about with this life. And so that's why it's so good to be careful about, what you do, but also realizing that, we do make mistakes. We have to learn from our mistakes. And the thing about it is, look, there's no way that anybody can front and say that they haven't made a mistake and that they have not made several mistakes. It's just, what do we do? At some point, I feel like at some point you got to just get sick of yourself.
And that's what Goddess Pave is. It's pretty much, it's letting you know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And it's also letting the other person know is, everybody have a lane. You got to be able to ride it. You know what I'm saying? And if you address yourself as a Goddess Pave, which is a female or strong one, not some, hey, queen, or hey, little mama, or this my BM, or my wife. Like, no, this is my goddess, and I'm proud to have this diamond on the side of me. You know what I'm saying? So Don't approach me as, something that you wouldn't approach, the women that you care about.
Ooh, and let's get into it because now, see, okay, I'm a vibe with you for real. Now you just opened up something that we just got to talk about.
It's just, people hear the song, I expect it, when people hear this song, it's just like, you can relate to it in different many ways, and that's the artistic part about it also. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? What do you think about the situations where a brother will dog a female out, just really mistreat her, not know how to handle her, be a womanizer, but then want to kill somebody for doing the same thing to their daughter?
I feel that everyone ain't probably have the right guidance coming up. And that's where you don't fault yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I have close people to me that been in, those type of situation where it's the opposite. It's the bad side and not the good. Mm-hmm. And so, as far as women going through things like that, this is a message to them. Like, you got to be strong about some situations. You got to be smart about it too. I done been through a hell of a lot, and that's what goes into the music of you keeping up with Goddess Pave too,
Yes.
But, men who does that, it's not a fault, they just gotta want to change,
Yes.
And I mean, I'm not rocking with, hey, men who do that type shit. No.
Yes.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, this person has done that. If you're the person on the other hand, maybe you can be the momentum to set a standard to help them better themselves, but at the same time, don't take no shit. And then, as far as the male, it's just like, why? That I don't have the answer to. I haven't figured that out. That's what my not perfect at. Yes.
Yes. And, I think I don't mean to cut you off. I think a lot of it has to do with, just what we see growing up. A lot of things shape our minds, shape our thoughts. And some things we just have to unlearn what we've seen. We experience a lot as children and we experience a lot as teenagers. Those are some very serious years for us. I do think people realize, but like those are some critical years where we experience a whole.
It's still in the process and age of learning,
It is. And
everybody days is counted when the days are born, but while you're here on earth, everybody serves their time and doing something.
Yes.
There's a reason why things happen for something. It could be anything, right? It's good or bad. I feel things supposed to happen. Your life is already planned, Definitely. It's just the decisions people make.
Definitely.
You got to be wise of.
Yes. And that wisdom is so serious. And I just want to just let everybody know, if you're just now tuning in, you are listening to The Tour. My special guest this evening is Goddess Pave. And I also want you to understand that I don't bash my brothers or my sisters. What I will rebuke, I will say, have tough love. I will keep it 100. So this is not a male bashing or a female bashing. This is just me just asking my sister her perspective, her understanding, just through her growing up, about what she thinks about certain topics. But I do want to encourage my brothers and sisters to understand this, that communication is key and crying is key. There's some things that we just need to just take a drive, take a walk, whatever you whatever mode of transportation you have, and you need to cry it out. You need to scream it out so you can move on with the rest of your life and actually be an asset to your relationships. And that's for men and for women, because women are just as nasty with their mouths, just as abusive with their hands, and then want to know why nobody wants them and why they can't find a...
Can I ask you a question? When you say women is nasty with their mouths, as far as they speak or their actions?
I'm talking about as far as their tongue being nasty, as far as vile with their words. I'm not speaking in a sexual manner. I'm speaking completely as, what you say, cutting down a man, being disrespectful, completely emasculating a man. It's just, we have got to do a better job of our relationships and handling them. And a lot of it has to do with, you got to be willing to spend time by yourself. A lot of people do not want to be by themselves at all. But how else are you going to know who you are if you don't spend time with yourself? So then you can be of value to somebody else. Yes, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just so crucial, because a lot of people are searching for it through sex. I mean, through fornication, they searching through it, through this, through that, whatever it is. And I'm just trying to say that we really, got to get to a point to where we can be of value to one another. So with your music, tell me some of the feedback that you've received from your fans.
Oh, man, it's crazy. I have a lot of positive people that's around me, and some people that is positive that feel negative people are around, or, I would be the touch them as in, you got to take constructive criticism too. You know what I mean? But, I pay attention to everything. It's two sides of me. You got it Pave and Pave. So,
yes.
you got to be able to look at things from all aspects. So I just try to keep positive people around me and, keep that momentum going into pushing into what, my craft and my work, so people can actually learn from it and come from that,
Yes, I understand. And so who have been some of your musical influences, growing up and even to this day?
Oh, man. My mind, and they were young, but they was out when the hot music and stuff was going, like Maxwell, Angie Stone. And so, you hear a little soul come from out of there, sound like old school soul R&B or something. And then, I listen to all different rappers of all aspects, from rappers out of Louisiana with Juvenile and Lil Wayne and, H-Town too, Slim Thug, Paul Wall, Bun V, all of them, just being diverse into my music, listening to it, especially writing also, because I write, you got to be open to everything. I even listen to some opera,
Yes.
It's just different things, to help embrace it.
Definitely.
Embrace the word, the tongue,
Oh, I get it. And, and you have to be able to, be flexible with your ear and with your listening palette when it comes to music, just because, it just allows you to be a better creator, a better writer, a better performer. It creates a better show, because there's nothing worse than going to a show and you'd be like, what the hell is going on here today? What is this? I can't. Number one, I got to wear my tennis shoes to the event, because if the pop off is going to happen. So number one, it's going to pop. Please. And I just want to come to a show. I'm telling you, because when they play that pop off music, when they start asking everybody what set they from, I just hope time to go. Let me go on and get my purse. Let me get my little water, and let me go on and get up out of here, because I know it's getting ready to get real up in here. But, the thing about it is, like I said, it just makes for a better performance when you can, you have it all together, just getting on the stage, and it's 900 of them. And it's just like, what's up? I really like to see that you took the time to think about me as an audience, as your listening audience, whether it was with your writing, your production, your presentation, just everything. And I know everybody evolves. I know everybody grows. And so some people may not be at a certain point, but, just at least having ultimate goals of, okay, one day I want to make sure that my show looks like this, because everybody economically or whatever it is, support wise, may not be where they want to be just yet. But, just keep it in mind that a good show and a good package goes a long way. So, one thing I want to ask you is like, how long does it usually take you, to come up with a song, get your bars ready and all of that?
Sometimes, just as an artist, just me speaking as Goddess Pave, man. Look, I got to remind you, talking to Goddess Pave, I got to keep it 100, some songs can take a couple years.
Wow.
Some songs can take a day. Some songs can take a minute. Some can take a couple of weeks. It just, it depends. It really depends. But, if you need something on the spot, shoot, a good one. I put the work in, probably take about a good day.
No, for sure. So, one thing that I was talking to another artist out of Houston, shout out to Allie. She is a R&B recording artist. We were talking about, some of the do's and don'ts when you walk into a studio, because every now and again you get Mr. Mix and Master who likes to come for the touchy feely. Mr. I can put you on. So what are some of the rules and just the do's and don'ts of the studio, because not every woman or even every man is trying to come in there and be on that ish. They really coming in there to really grind and work, and not grind in that way. So like,
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just saying, like, so like, what are some of the do's and don'ts for you, going into a studio?
Oh man, sorry you asked me this. I've never asked my ex this. I would say some of my don't like and do's is just, first off, when I'm going to the studio, I look at it like a full-time job. Like this full-time job. And so when I work, I take it very serious. So one is who I want there. 9 times out of 10 is nobody. Unless it's somebody that would probably be relevant to, me embracing this track. When it come down to your engineer, you just gotta be like, carry your craft because it's your baby, and your engineer gotta be your baby, gotta be your boo, because y'all gotta make this chemistry happen to get that sound that you're looking for,
Yes.
Another don't is, you gotta, make sure you in your zone. And when you're ready to go to the studio, just get ready to work. Some people just go to the studio and just, go in there and play around, and they can come out really dope sometimes. But, you really just gotta be ready to go in there, feel yourself, be in your zone, because this is what you want to do. What you want to do, or you just playing?
Right.
It's just a joke,
Yes.
I'm ready to express something. I'm ready to, can you feel this right quick? Sometimes I be like best friend. So I got this new track, right? And I be like, hit it. This before you even go on the yo-yo, you know what I'm saying? I be like, hit it. She be like, yup. And, and we'll sit on it for a little while, you know what I'm saying? And I'll drop it, and she be like, oh, yup. So for somebody else to feel it, especially if they close to you too, like, I know somebody else will, I don't put a gun in somebody's head and be like, hey, you gonna love this motherfucking track. Like, no.
Okay, no. now only thing I'm gonna ask is that you hold off on the MFs only because I didn't mark the show explicit.
Look at me.
No, that's okay. I'm just telling you, girl. Hey, we are live, and this is life. Moving forward, it's all good. So how do my sisters avoid selling their, having to give it up, having to, use their body to get a track, because, I see, and maybe I do see this. I do see that a lot of some females in the industry, they love to, how can I say it? They like to go from producer to producer, whoever's the hottest, they bounce around from, track to track, from lap to lap, looking for the hottest beat, the hottest this, so on and so forth. What do you think about that? Because, we see a lot of it televised, but I'm sure that a lot of it happens, without any film crew following. So what do you think about the track groupie?
Now, the flap bouncing back left and right. I'm not, when I when I first got into the industry, you know what I'm saying, nobody really taught me nothing. I just know my home training. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I respect myself. So it's just like seeing other women that in a whole other lane and the respect they have for themselves. Some people got to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that growing up, you know what I'm saying, and seeing people coming out the hood and, you know, things they do just to make $1 or, you know what I'm saying, it's not even just music, but that track to track, hop to hop, that means you ain't believe in yourself when you started. So you need to go back to where you started, which is phase 1, and figure this out. Without you just giving it up like that, it's just like, no. You know, women just got to have that strength to where you got to, your mama tell you, hey, when you tell them no, no is no. You know what I'm saying? If you can't make it happen, hey, go ahead. And I ain't going to lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm human. I done had somebody that shot 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you can come do this. And that's why I'm going to be sensitive and I'll be ready to fight.
Yes. Yes.
And that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But changing out of that mind state to where I'm just like, you got to watch you got to pay attention. There's all kinds of snakes. There's all kinds of extras going on. There's people that do drugs that's going to be around you. Like, you got to protect yourself from everything. And my mind always told me expect the unexpected. So, you know, me just being self-disciplined coming up, you know what I'm saying? I just played, you know, basketball and stuff coming up. So, you know, I had coaches that mentally got me ready. So, the extra stuff in my life that, you know, I've done, you know, with experiences, that all counts. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes me a woman of power to give off on somebody else. Like, I'm willing and ready because maybe this is what I'm here for because I have no problem doing it, you know?
Yes.
Listen to this, feel this. You're going to feel this and you're going to want to do something. I'm trying to be that momentum out of got to pop it.
Yes, yes. And that's what I like about you, your energy, your drive, and what you got going on. Brothers and sisters, you are listening live to the tour. My special guest is Goddess Pave, straight out of Houston, Texas. SDYP, the movement. Stand up. Shout out to everybody on the label. And shout out to all of you, my listeners. You know, what's up? You can go ahead and chat with us live. We'd love to hear from you. You know, and I just want to, this is just a public service announcement because I have to say this to all of the producers, sound engineers, to all of the people who have a connection to the music industry, but specifically to the studio session guy. Look, Mr. Block the Door. Look, we can't do this. We cannot do you blocking the door, trying to, you know, make a sister have to submit to your request. If you are going to be in the entertainment industry, especially the music industry, please be professional. You know, please don't use this as a route to be a perv. You know, please don't use this as a route to end up having.
You know, I mean to cut you off, but there's a lot of women that's even, you know, in the big industry already that's starting to come out and expose some of the big people. And, you know, I'm seeing that on the day-to-day news now.
Yes.
I'm like, this is crazy. Because I thought this was just in the streets, but this is real life.
You are so funny. But that is real life. And it's the truth. And, you know, it's just like, you know, why would you dream about becoming a major producer? Why would you dream about entering into the music industry? And then 20 years later, here you are. And all of those dreams are behind jail because you just lost it. And that's why for everybody, we all have to practice these 2 words, self-control. And self-control is our best friend because it allows us to activate wisdom and to get out of a lot of situations. And so I just want to say, you know, really though, because, you know, dropping pills.
There are some good engineers out here.
Definitely. That's why I said some. That's
a good shout out to, you know, where I recorded SRLS Studios with, you know, my boy Brad. And, you know, it's perfect for me because, you know, you got cameras. I feel secured a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm cautious, but I'm, you know.
Yes.
You know, you take your craft as an engineer and a producer to, you know what I'm saying, take your work serious. So I can most definitely, you know, understand ones that are out there. I want to thank them. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. And shout out. Definitely. That's why I said some, because I know that there are people out there who really take what they do seriously. You know, we just want to just encourage those of you all who are making it bad for other producers to really, you know, to stop and really just rebuke yourself and get it together, you know. And you know what? And this is another thing, because this is on a serious tip. When I used to work at a continuation school in the Bay Area, there was somebody who was pretending to be a record producer, and he was trying to lure young girls. And so, see, that's why I don't play about that, because, you know, if you are coming into a neighborhood where, you know, there is a level of poverty and everything, you know, people can't catch a break on a daily basis. You know, a 14-year-old girl who's approached by a producer is going to think this is a way out. And you are a predator if that's what you're doing, because that's how a lot of girls end up in what's called sex trafficking. And this is serious. You know, they say, look, I'm going to take you to Las Vegas. I got a record deal, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, they're never heard of again. And they're locked in hotels and at the bottom of basements and so on and so forth, because they believed that you were a record producer. And that could be a male or a female approaching someone. So I just want to say to those who are preying upon the young through the music industry, knowing how serious music is for a lot of people, knowing a lot of people love music, but you're using that for a wicked gain, I rebuke you right now, and may your actions go to the pit of hell, and may you stop. And so may the youth be protected from the predators, because this is serious. You know, I don't take it lightly, because music is a way out for so many. You know, it's a therapy for so many. And a lot of people are lured away by dollar signs. And that's another thing we got to get into. With you being an independent artist, first of all, what made you choose to go that route?
I don't think that I chose. Like, I think it was just, you know, how you do, this is me, you know?
Yes.
And I feel like I've decided to, you know, you got to know, you know, going to the money is, you got to know when to say no, you got to know when to say yes. Mm-hmm. And you didn't choose it, and it's just you decided that it's you, then it naturally comes, you know, that's how you know you already in it.
Definitely. And I just want you all to be encouraged to understand this. If you are going to sign to anybody, if you are going to sit down with any label or whatever, and they present you a contract, I need you to, before you go to sit down, purchase 2 miracle ears. I need you to put them in your ears so you can listen to everything that they are saying to you. Then I need you to go get you a pair of glasses. You can get the 100 strength, not the strength that's gonna make your eyes cross and your head hurt. Just to give you a little magnification, because when you sit down with that contract, you need to read it word for word, line by line, and you need to ask questions as if they are in the interrogating room. Why? Because once you sign on that dotted line, I don't want to hear your story on Unsung about how they got you. Because I'm telling you, reading is fundamental. I know you're hungry. I can hear your stomach growling, but it's probably because you need to drink some water, because your body's made up of 95% of water. But anyway, I know you're hungry. I know you're thirsty. I know you're anxious, and I know you want to get out. But do not let them play on your vulnerabilities. Do not let them play on your despotism. That's a new word today. Do not let them play on that. Because they are counting on you just to sign so you can snap a photo on Instagram, go get you a $25,000 chain, and then get you a couple white tees. And then next thing you know, you're wondering, where's your money? How come you're not getting paid? You're looking at the numbers, but you're not seeing the money come to you. You know, you got people waiting on you. People are in line because now you got to feed a whole army. It gets real, and the pressure is real. So I want you all to understand that if you're going to sign any contract with anything, any entity, read it, magnify it, take a magnifying glass with you. Do not just sit there and be so anxious that you end up screwing yourself, okay? And now everybody else is eating off of your talent. And now you're depressed. Now you're on drugs. Now you want to commit suicide. Now you don't know how to get out. I'm trying to save you all from walking into the pit of hell. I'm serious about that. Understand what I'm saying? And I thank you all for listening. So my sister, let's talk about your song. What's next for you as far as your music is concerned?
It's a lot of things that I want to be able to assist women with. And I feel like as a strategy, you know, because I'm, you know, I don't mind giving it to you sometimes, but as a strategy, it's like you got to already found your level. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Drop it down to their level, but don't remember that you already know your level at, you know? So you drop down to their level, give them what they want, and make sure you have their attention. And once you have it, make sure you're able to keep it. But don't forget, I can always go back to their level, you know?
Yes.
But you want them to rise with you. And as a guy that I want girls to rise, and, you know what I mean? Like, make them out of music is pretty much, I'm about to drop a couple of tracks that will show some interest into things that girls like.
Yes.
Things that men like, because you pay attention to girls. But I'm also about to drop music that's going to go into as a woman.
Yes.
So I think the people in have been waiting for that, so I'm definitely going to get that up.
Yes.
I most definitely have Hustle Don't Stop that's about to drop. I have How Explain that's about to drop. I have Bandit that's about to drop. And the way that I'm going toward is, yeah, we can have some fun, but you always got to be aware of everything that's around you. And that's going to be put in the heart of my work. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully you guys love it too.
Oh, yes, we will. And brothers and sisters, I have to tell you this. You must check out her music because it's worth it. She's got bars. I mean, like I said, I listen to everybody's music when they send it to me. You know, I'm here for my independent artists, so I'm not telling you anything just to be saying something. You really got to check her out. Now, tell everybody, how can they check out your music?
Right now, you know, I'm with SUIP, the movement now, so you can most definitely go on their website, our website, let me rephrase my words, sorry, SUIPthemovement.com. They'll be where the new music is definitely dropping. I do have SoundCloud, you know, I have some music that's out there, and pieces I've done with some independent artists before. I'm also on Instagram, God is Pave, P-A-V-E, Pave, either or. I love them both. That's GODPESSPAVE. And, you know, you can click the link in the bio and you can go find your favorite, of course, God is Pave.
Definitely. And so, you know, I want to ask you this. If you could put together a 5 female MC tour, any female MC from any, you know, past, present, doesn't matter. Who would it be?
Oh my God. I most definitely would like Goddess Pave on another place.
Nah, for real. If
I can make this list, I definitely would like to be on the tour with them, so I will put one.
Yes.
That's definitely first. And then I would definitely like to see Lil' Kim.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a legend.
Yes.
I mean, Queen Latifah's pretty dope. MC Light. And Remy Ma.
For sure.
Nothing like Remy Ma, man.
Yes.
Cardi B. Remy Ma and Cardi B. I mean, they are most definitely another inspiration coming up to the nowadays music. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
There's women that can, you know, because Cardi B is like pretty much, oh, you know, I'm from the hood. I've been there, you know.
Yeah.
Proud to be women. You know what I'm saying? I'm human too.
Yes.
Don't forget that.
Yes.
Remy Ma is just like, you know, you gotta know how to carry yourself too.
Yeah.
You have some respect, have some dignity now.
You have to. You have to. It's so serious. And
that would be my top 5.
I appreciate that. And so what do you think makes and you know, we're going to be closing out the interview in a little bit, but what do you think makes a dope female MC today? What do you think that it takes in today's music industry?
Oh my God. A dope MC today, I would say you gotta be able to relate to other people and understand. So you gotta put that in your bars, your music, your art. Another thing is, you know, pay attention to what's going on around you. You know what I mean? Other people. And trust within yourself, the feeling. just inspiring. You know what I mean? If you got her attention, keep it, but inspire her at the same time. Yes, you like this, but, you know, you got to show her that there's this, that, too. You know what I mean?
Yes. And so, no, I appreciate that. And so do you know, to all of the young female MCs, aspiring MCs that, they really follow what you have going on or, are just, kind of want to branch out into it. What advice would you give them? Let's just say to the 16-year-old right now who is where you were, what wisdom that you've gained now would you tell her? So what would you basically tell your 16-year-old self with what you know now?
Oh my gosh. Whew. I would tell my 16-year-old self, you're doing great, go harder. You're on the right path, go harder. Hey, if this person is around you and they trust this, just know you can do this too. You can do this, go harder. I would definitely say go harder. And I think I rewinded the people I reached out to that are still here in my life that's with me and grinding, they most definitely would. I probably would have spoke up louder and talked to them too.
Yes.
I spoke up louder as I got older. But if I did when I was younger, I think it would have been even more powerful as it is today.
Yes. I appreciate that. I thank you for sharing that. You're very articulate, and it's obvious you're very focused on what you want to do. I appreciate the fact that you take the time out to create music that can actually enter into the music industry and do some good. I thank you for, your bars, the time you spent, I thank you for surviving through all of the pain in your journey so far to be able to write and to share with us, Your journey is very important to a lot of young girls and even young boys. I'm sure you have a mixed crowd, but your journey is very important to the women, who listen to you and follow you, who aspire to, to write and be a dope MC like you. So I just want to thank you for all that you have done. And I'm so glad that you linked up with SDYP, the movement, because I have met all of you all. Every single interview, every single one has been absolutely phenomenal. Y'all are my fam. We keep the collaborations going, and I just have had a blessed opportunity to talk with you all, and I've had yet another blessed opportunity to speak with you this evening. So I just want to encourage you, with you being a female, with you being a woman in the industry and a goddess in the industry and having to, work your way through all of what may be presented. May you be a soldier. May you be diligent. May you be determined. May you be strong. May you be a survivor. May you be more than a conqueror. And may you do well with whatever it is that you are going to say and whatever it is that you're going to perform, because we need real MCs. We need that fire. We need that gas. We need those bars. And you are the one. I'm not just saying that just to say that. I'm serious about that. So I can only imagine what's next for you with your music career and whatever else you have going on. But I just pray that everything be blessed for you on your journey.
I appreciate it so much. It does mean a lot. And it's, little encouraging words like that, or not say little, but big and empowering words like that is what keeps me going, because it just lets me know somebody's listening. If one person helps, then I know I've heard my cry out.
Oh, yes. No, definitely. That's what it's about on the Sister Speak Show, encouragement. So I want you to know that this won't be the first or last interview. We will have more interviews with you. You're always able to come back on the Sister Speak Show, even if it's not scheduled. Like if you have, something dropping, or you just want the listening audience to know that you have something going on. This is what I tell all of my guests, and this is what you just need to know. Like, if you need 10 or 15 minutes to come on the show to say something, like I said, we're an international podcast. We have international listeners. So to have Goddess Pave being listened to in the UK or in London or in Australia is a big deal. And so, I just want you to be able to know that this is a place where that you can come to and speak to the audience if you need to for any type of promotion.
I appreciate it so much, sister, man. Always blessed and love, and always from Goddess Pave, and of course the family.
Of course. So one thing I want to ask you is send your shout out. Do you have any shout outs? And I want to also ask you, did you have a good time on the Sister Speak show this evening?
I most definitely want to shout out the family SDYP, of course, for making things happen. I most definitely want to shout out my family and their support and love that they give me too. And of course, best friend, she's right here at the interview. She's always my right-hand man on my side. Is gonna forever be there, man. She's most definitely my number one fan here. My little sister, look, I'm going down the list. I want to thank you guys and your guys' radio station, man. Just know they got us Pave out here for, everyone. And not everyone in, that matter, but everyone as in you need somewhere to verbalize your thoughts or your memory or something. There's always a track out there to listen to. If you're trying to get turned up, put on Goddess Pave and you'll be turned up. If you're trying to chill, put on Goddess Pave and chill.
Yes, and that's what's up. No, that's what's up. And shout out to your best friend who's sitting right there. And shout out to everybody who supports Goddess Pave. I thank you all for allowing this sister to come on the tour this evening. Thank you for sharing her with us. And you all, please continue to support her and please continue to motivate her because she sounds like she has joy and she loves what she's doing. And it's a beautiful thing when you know your peoples have your back and your front. It's a blessing. And so that's a marvelous thing to happen. I thank you, my sister, for being a very special guest on the Sister Speak show. Thank you for being on the tour. You're dope. Now I need you to pay attention to my Instagram because I've got something coming up that I want you to participate in. I'm going to drop that flyer this evening and then we'll take it from there. So stay tuned. I'm going to send you a copy of the show and we're going to converse again. And this is not goodbye. This is just going to simply be, I'll talk to you later. Is there anything else you need to say or is that it?
Oh man, just know I love it, man. Just know I'm here and it's all love.
All love. Okay, my sister, you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, of course, take care. Brothers and sisters, Goddess Pave. See, brothers and sisters, when it comes to being a female MC, you just have to have a certain je ne sais quoi about yourself. It just has to be a certain thing about you that commands the mic, commands the stage. Your bars have to be on fire. Your lyrics have to be full of that gas. And you know what? When you extract from your journey, when you extract from those things that were supposed to take you out, but really made you stronger, that is an album that I love to listen to, and so many other people. I just want to send a shout out to all of my female MCs who are out there on the grind, who are out there really pushing this independent movement, who is actually kicking down the studio doors and just really coming with that good music. Thank you. For the ones who are standing up and being respectful, thank you. And to my sisters who choose to be a thought, to my sisters who choose to be loose, okay? The ones who are sucking for a track or effing for a track, you gotta come up out of that whoredom. You've gotta come up out of that. There's a better way. Please stop thinking that your vagina makes the world go round. It doesn't, okay? It doesn't. The Lord God Almighty does, okay? Your vagina doesn't have that power. Stop putting yourself in a label that, look, you are on a label, the whole label. We don't need that. You don't need that. You want to be respected, okay? So that means that you're not going to be able to go through every opportunity. You need to also understand that every opportunity is not an opportunity. It's an opportunity. Pit and port are two different things. Port meaning door. Port meaning being able to go through and it be all good. Okay? Pit meaning stuck, dark, murk, mud, trapped. need help getting out. Dear Lord, please incline your ear unto me and hear my cry. You don't want to be in that type of situation. I'm serious. You do not have to F your way to the Grammys. Okay? You don't have to go from producer to producer. See, there's a difference between a track and a whole track. And the track that you need to be on is the right track. I'm just talking to the sisters who feel like they gotta shortchange themselves in order to get into the industry. You don't have to do that. Spend time making sure your bars are not whack. I hate bars that suck. Unsuck the bars. Now, I'm not saying you suck, but I will say that I hear sucky music. Lollipop Gang, Lollipop Productions, Blow Pop Productions, Dum Dum Productions, Tootsie Roll Pop Productions. You can keep that. I'm not interested. I'm telling you now, and this is to every artist. Look, I'm serious. If you don't have the talent, if you don't have the gift, if you have not been given the authorization to be an MC, whether female or male MC, the following thing should happen. I feel like as soon as you walk into a studio, that the studio should have motion sensors, lyric sensors, and they just know the studio automatically loses electricity when you walk in. If you don't have that gas, if you don't have that fire, if you don't have that heat, if you're not supposed to be an MC, the whole studio should go blank. All the equipment should disappear. As soon as you get into the booth, the microphone should go poof. I'm so serious about that because some of you all are getting behind the microphone and all I hear is the toilet flushing. And you know what goes in the toilet? Yet. Okay? I'm just being serious about that because some of y'all got that poison that you're pumping to the community and it's just not worth it. Look, I'm just being honest with you. Don't ask me to buy your mixtape. If you know that I know that we all know that it's garbage. You know, if your hand is shaking when you try to hand it to me, okay, if there's hecka thumbprints all over it, you know, if you tell me don't mind the scratches, if you tell me don't worry about track 5, it's not finished yet, but because your homie had to take a L for the team, but he'll be back in 5 years. I don't want, look, you can keep your scramble board contestants. I am not interested in hearing it, okay? Complete the puzzle, please. Now, I know some of you all are selling your mixtape because you're hungry, and you literally are hungry. And I'm not trying to stop your drive. I'm just saying that, you know, if you're going to have a drive, that make sure that it's really what your best, you know. I don't want to hear about all your hoes because you don't even have all these hoes. See, that's the problem. Oh, I could get into it because some of the music that I hear is just like, I don't believe it. I don't believe you have 6 hoes. I don't believe you have 3 in the front and 3 in the back. I just don't believe it. You know, I don't believe you have even one riding shotgun. I'm just being real because you discernment, right? So we just really want the lyrics to be dope, you know. You know, if you're going to talk about, you know, yourself as a woman, you don't always have to talk about how your PUSSY is bomb. Wait, look, if it's bomb, that means it blows up. That means that there's shrapnel. That means it's raw. It's carnage. Some of y'all don't want to hear this because y'all think y'all... Okay, anyway, so listen, I'm just trying to say that, you know, make sure that you have a subject matters that means something, okay? Talk about some real life stuff so we don't have to be trapped. Look, because, you know, look, when I press play, I want to listen to it from beginning to end. I want to listen. If you've got 12 tracks, let me listen to all 12. I don't want it to be that I have to say track 4 and 5 were cool. The rest of them, I don't know. I don't really know. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, it's just not cool. But the beautiful thing about it is, and this is just to everybody, the independent artists that have sent me their music so far, it's been really dope. Oh, my R&B artists have sent me some really dope music. Now, I have listened to some music and I've been like, okay. and that's what it is. I try my hardest not to see if this was produced by the Lollipop Gang. You know what I mean? I really true. If this a Hoover production, it's just like, I'm just trying to get it. So I just want you all to be encouraged to really see if this is your talent. If you have a gift for writing, use it. It may just be for spoken word. It may not be for rap. But whatever it is, I will say this. Use writing for therapy. Use writing for escapism. Use writing for your vision. Writing is therapeutic, everybody. So write it out, okay? Write it out. If anything you get from this, write it out. And for all of you all who are not lyricists, for all of you all who are not MCs, this is just to my listening audience as we get ready to close out. Understand this. Writing is a healing tool for you. Some of you are so pissed off right now. Actually, you're shitted off. There's a whole difference. You're shitted off, because we can say shit. Shit means stow high in transit for all of you all who are clutching your lapel and pearls. Understand it and Google it. But some of you all are shitted off right now. You're beyond pissed. This is real serious right now. Shrapnel, you're ready to really, do some serious physical damage. You're cursing everybody out. You can't, look, the pop-off is serious for you. You are absolutely at an all-time high when it comes to high blood pressure. You are serious about being angry. I need you to write it out. I need you to take a pen and pencil. Now, get a pack of pencils, because you might be angry, so angry that you break some lead. So I said, get some pens and pencils and write it out. If somebody molested you, write that letter to your molester. Now, I'm not saying send it. I'm saying write it. Let God do the work. I just gave you all something for free because I want my people to be healed. It is all about the village. You have been listening to the tour on the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through the arts. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayana. Don't forget that the special guests on the Sister Speak Show are dynamic, and they are impacting the communities with their passions. When you listen to the Sister Speak Show, you can catch 6 segments. That means you listen to the platform, coming to the stage, the culture climate, the search effort, the laugh line, and the tour, which you're listening to tonight. You can catch so many episodes on demand right now if you just listen through Spreaker, and you can also go on YouTube. Don't forget, we are syndicated on Amazon Alexa. So when you listen to these episodes, don't forget you're going to get special guest interviews, live performances, in-studio interviews, and live on-location reports. Don't forget that this is a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Not only that this is a talk show that will keep your mind and soul informed, energized, and encouraged. We are a cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment, just responsible listening, nourishment. My brothers and sisters, it's about making the known known. So check this out. As I close out, I just want to drop a little FYI for you to all my independent artists. I'm looking for 24 independent artists. 4 categories: for hip-hop, for R&B, for spiritual inspiration, and for spoken word, okay? That means you have to have a track behind your spoken word. Clean music. It must be the radio version. It cannot suck. It cannot be whack. This is my name, my show on the line. International listeners. So if it's garbage, please go ahead and take it to Hefty Productions or Glad Productions, because I don't want to have anything to do with it. And not trying to be rude, just being real, and maybe you can just maybe take the time out to create something that we can play. So to all of my dope artists, all of my amazing artists, all of my phenomenal artists, I'm looking for you. Guess what? We're going to play 2 of your songs on the Sister Speak Show in May on the tour every Friday. 24 artists. That means 6 artists per show. So for 4 weeks, 24 artists, 2 songs per artist. Spiritual inspiration, hip hop, R&B, and spoken word. I can't wait. I cannot wait to hear all the submissions. So how do you submit? All you have to do is go to my direct message at SGTPGW on Instagram, or you can email me at sistergoodthingpgw@gmail.com. Okay, so understand this. I will listen to your music, and I'm going to listen because you know you're going to send me the hottest music. I'm so excited. Get your clearance, get everything together, and so let's play this music so everybody can hear you and we can get that international commerce going, those international listeners and supporters and fam going. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. So shout out to everybody, West Coast, East Coast, South, the North, everybody listening. I hope you all having a wonderful evening. I hope you all stay safe, and stay safe. But anyway, stay safe and make sure that you're doing something productive. Get up, get out, and get something. Make sure you're activated. Make sure you're not a hater. Make sure you're doing everything that you can do to activate your passions and your purpose. And also make sure that you are supporting your brothers and your sisters. That's what it's about on the Sister Speak show. Until we speak next time, which will be tomorrow night, my brothers and sisters, I have two very special guests who will be on the tour. At 5 p.m., my special guest will be out of Dallas, Texas. Dallas stand-up recording artist. This brother is dope. AJ Snow. Cannot wait. And then that'll be at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time on the tour, my special guest will be Vitamin C at Charity Hicks. It's going all the way up because anything going down is crashing. I am your host, Ayana. It's been so real. Please tune in live and please join the following of the Sister Speak show. My brothers and sisters, you be blessed, and I will speak with you all tomorrow night starting at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Take care.